What's up, Capstone family? Happy New Year. I hope you're getting ready for an amazing weekend. It is Friday the 31st, and I hope this message catches you doing really well as you're either hunkering in, getting ready for the new year, excited about what 2022 is going to bring, or you're out ready to hit the town. Hey, so this year has been amazing. No short of lots of crazy things happening. Even as we get to the end of the year here, we are actively interviewing, bringing some new people on staff, expecting to grow next year, which is awesome. We're finishing up the year here at just under 500 doors, which is a good number for the team right now as we continue to build out some of these processes to make things easier. We've got some new team members that are going to be starting very soon, so we're interested in excited about introducing them as they make their stride and get to know you and earn your trust as well. Hey, so a couple of things was interesting this week. This morning I got to walk a property of a client of ours that we helped buy new build a few years ago. They've done pretty well with it and are evaluating their options. And everybody's options are different. And oftentimes I get the question, well, what would you do? And it's like, well, I do try to pitch it to people. Here's what I would do in a situation, but that's for me, right? That's my situation. That's what aligns with my goals. And it's so fun being in this business because there's so many approaches to getting to the end goal that all of us have, right? And it might be financial security. It might be leaving lasting wealth, legacy wealth to our families. It might be, right? Everybody's motivation and goal is just a little bit different. So like in this particular case, the house that we helped this person buy, new build, has almost doubled in value, legit. It's almost doubled here in like 3.5, 4 years. And, at this point, it doesn't make sense for this person to carry a rental anymore because, the stress of it, just even thinking about the stress of it or thinking of what could be happening doesn't align with our client's values. So it's like, yeah, let's just sell it. Get rid of the thing, take that money and see if you can do better with it elsewhere. And if you can't, that's okay, because you might not need to do that with the money that's in some of these properties. Maybe it's extra money, right? So everybody's goals are different. All these things align differently. We are seeing on the rental side, super interesting. I sat down with the leasing team this week and brought up that we're seeing this whole wave because rents are so expensive, are so much higher, and they rose so fast that we're starting to see a lot of people that are not related occupants that are renting more and more. So you're going to start seeing some things from us that we're adding to the contracts. We're going to add something that has to do with really explaining the expectations to tenants and owners alike, but more so to the tenants when they get into a lease agreement and they are not related. They're all on the lease. They're all equally responsible, right? What happens to their earnest deposit? Their earnest deposit. What happens to the refunds? What happens to all of these things when you have one person that moves out and another person moves in? What fees are going to be associated with that type of thing when we're having to renew the leases every year, 6 months, whatever it might be? We've got to be anticipating these things because a lot of extra time and care is going to need to go into some of that stuff. So you're going to see here in the next 6 months, I'd expect to see a new addendum from us if you do have occupants that are, going to be, sharing a space, each renting an individual bedroom, which does make things a lot more attractive to people. Just making sure that they understand, what they're really responsible for all together. Let's see. One thing I definitely wanted to bring up, we closed on a transaction this week with a long-term client. I think I've been talking about this one for a few weeks, where we got into a situation where the lender played the blame game at the end of the day. And, Title did an amazing job just with what she was able to get out of this lender. And, the lender kept telling her it was her fault. I have seen the emails going back and forth, and nobody wins in that situation, right? So if you're talking to a lender and, realistically, you're not getting the level of service, or it's not hard from the beginning, and they're not explaining to you how hard it's going to be for documentation that you're going to need to provide and all those things, I would start looking elsewhere. I would make sure that you're really getting the honest conversations with that person up front, because at the end of the day, the clients who we worked with in closing this transaction, they've known me for a very long time. If our relationship wasn't as strong as it is, it would have left a tarnish on this transaction overall, right? And which falls back on us as well, and leaves them with a taste in their mouth that might not have been as positive as it was. And that's why, working with people in the business, I'm super particular with the lenders that we work with. I'm not easy on lenders, honestly. I ask particular questions. I have particular expectations of when things are getting done and why, and making sure that our clients are kept in the loop every step of the way, because I don't like surprises, right? That's why we're proactive in this business. That's why we want to make sure that we can see what's going to happen. And in this particular case, this particular lender told us one thing, even when we told this person that this was going to be a challenge. He let us know that, he's got this. He's got this, right? And I'm just thinking, oh, dude, like, all right, maybe you know something that I don't. And I'm not a lender, so, I don't know all of the things that they have that goes on behind the scenes. I just know what I know, right? And in this particular case, we were able to keep the deal together, thank goodness. But at the end of the day, gosh, that lender did not do anybody any favors. And at the end of the day, he's not getting any repeat business from us. He's not getting repeat business from our client. And realistically, I'm not the guy who's putting bad reviews out there for people, but I'd be shocked if there weren't a few others that were putting them out for this particular person after this transaction. It went that south. So, choose your lenders wisely. If you have questions about what to ask them, feel free to give me a call. I love talking through this stuff. I love talking through the strategy behind the sales, the holding, all of those things. As we grow in this business, we're all leveling up individually as well. If there's something I can help you with to really take your real estate game to the next level, or put you in touch with somebody that can help with that and align you with that, or even maybe another client of ours that's doing something similar, that I might be able to just make an intro, please let me know. I'd love to make those connections and just be another resource for you. Have an amazing new year. I hope that, again, 2022 is going to be awesome. I just have a great feeling about 2022. Arguably for us, 2021 was harder than 2020. So many changes, but everybody was dealing with it in 2020. 2021, it just felt like, man, we were really doing this thing, and it was tough. But it was still amazing. Cool. Thanks for watching.